EA.
Yeah.
EA. What did EA do this week? They decided that they wanted to make a statement saying that they want to put ads into their AAA titles.
Excellent.
Excellent, yes.
Wonderful.
I believe, like, didn't something like this happen previously? It was just like, it was like, it was around the time where Street Fighter 5 started putting ads in too. Where they were just like, we want to put ads in games. Like, so some games like have ads in them, right? Some games have like kind of like little subtle ads where they're like for example, if you go to like a certain city, like True Crime did this back in the day, right? Like you go, like you pass by like a billboard and it's like a real life ad actually.
Yeah,
like, I think there's like placement. Stuff like that that's product placement that's in the game, but I think Burger King is actually looking at not Burger King, EA is looking at actually interrupting your gameplay with ads.
Who was it? What happened? What was the big deal before? It was Ubisoft, right? I think they were like demoing a game, and an ad popped up, and they said it was an accident, quote unquote.
Oh, the Assassin's Creed.
They said it was an accident, and EA was like, "Oh, that an accident? That looks like a good idea." Like typical EA.
Yeah.
Setting the worst example as usual.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like we said before. Like anything that interrupts gameplay, especially something competitive or like multiplayer in nature, is just a big no-no.
Yeah, I think they shoot themselves in the foot if they add it to anything that's like, you know, competitive. But like look, everything could be prefaced by just saying it's EA. I wouldn't put it past them. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that it's coming from EA makes it all the more real. Like it's gonna happen, and they're gonna do it.
They be the first ones to do it. Yep.
But call me not surprised. Is anyone here surprised at all?
I'm sure they already have like ads and shit and like
look, I'm
2K
sure they were already...
and you know, sports games and shit. But if you think about it, it makes sense to have ads in games like that because there's, I don't know, like the people that are, I don't know, it's like having a commercial during a sports game, right? Like I feel like people that buy those games wouldn't really mind. If I was playing like 2K, I wouldn't mind having it. Now, obviously not interrupting the game, but like in between, like, you know, the timeout or fucking games over, in between games, whatever, when you're on the court, fucking my player, whatever the fuck it is. But it can't be intrusive. As long as it's not intrusive, whatever. They can put ads anywhere on the screen they want, as long as it's not intrusive and interrupting the game.
Exactly. And you know, like with traditional sports games, because that's kind of what you were thinking about like with baseball, you know, like while they're subbing the players where it's going from offense to defense. You know, they could do like the whatever, and you know,
that will make it a little bit more authentic in a way for sports games.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it in that context, but like anything like it's like I'm literally about to bat and then just add.
Yeah,
like, that's
it's funny. It sounds like common sense to not do that, but we're in an age where
it's
these gaming. Yeah, these motherfuckers. I don't know what they be on, so you never know what they're gonna do. They would do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were gonna try this even before the whole Ubisoft thing, but now like that it came out, it's like, well, they started it, so maybe we can.
Yeah, we talked about this a while ago, where it's like there's ads. There's already ads in a lot of games. They're just not like, you know, intrusive or just obvious. Like Street Fighter 5, yeah, Street Fighter 5 had ads, but they were at like the menu or like before a match would start, they would like advertise their own shit, like Evo or Capcom Cup or whatever the fuck,
or the new season, or you know, and they even
I wouldn't mind having an ad there,
like stuff like that. Like if you wear your character's ads, you get extra.
Yeah, like I really don't. Obviously, there's going to be a minority opinion, but I don't mind it as long as it doesn't get in the way of what I'm doing. That's all I can.
Yeah,
it doesn't take me out of the experience at all, as long as it's not in the way.
I think the bigger question that comes out from this is obviously the rising cost of game development and how to keep
they're trying to squeeze it out
down while still trying to, like, you know, I think
squeeze out as much money as possible.
Right. And that's the challenge, like game developers, games in general have to face within these next 2-3 years. How can they adapt to like making a really good game, but not it costing $300-400 million? You know, maybe it's less, maybe it's more of a game and less, you know, motion capture. I don't know what in game development takes up so much, money. Is it just developing new technology? Is it, I don't know, Because like you ask me, a game costs 300 million to make, and depending on how good it is, I'm like, okay, it's good, but like, is it? You know, I think to myself, like, is it?
Pretty sure it's mostly R&D and advertisement. What's it called? Promotion. Like
marketing.
Yeah, marketing. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's majority like marketing and then fucking. I don't know, man. Obviously, the more demanding a game is, the more I don't know, challenging a game to make is. You got to hire more people, right? But with all these layoffs and shit we've been seeing, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's rough. Like, it's hard to just pinpoint a specific thing that's making things cost so much, because it's a combination of like everything, right? Obviously, things get more popular. You make more money, so then you start assuming, okay, we make more money, we can spend more money on this game, and nah, that's usually not how it works. Because then the bigger your game is, like a GTA. Imagine how much money they spend on marketing alone. Imagine how much money like Rockstar spends on GTA marketing. Not even the game itself, but marketing alone.
You know,
all the licensed music that they have to pay for, like shit.
Well, the licensed music, yes, but I'm saying, did GTA even really have to advertise at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything has to advertise. Any product has to be advertised.
Because I feel like you can say GTA 6 is dropping like in 2 weeks, and I feel like word will get around real quick.
Yeah, but that's still, whether it's quick or not, it's still being promoted. Like they're gonna pump it out. They're gonna pump it out everywhere. Like that's when GTA 5 launched, it was literally everywhere. Every ad I saw, that was when I was still like on TV, was still kind of relevant at the time. So I saw it on TV commercials all the fucking time. That's all I saw. Cause I remember the damn song they played in the trailer every single time. That damn that fucking Kendrick Lamar J-Rock song. That's all I kept hearing it over and over again. I'll never forget that shit.
Didn't they also have? Why am I drawing the blank on him? The blind pianist. Who is it? Stevie Wonder.
Charles.
Didn't they have?
I don't remember. But yeah, they be blowing shit up. They be blowing shit up.
Always gonna remember the Vice City ad to Iran.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And then Welcome to the Jungle for San Andreas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always gonna have like some catchy song that's in the game, right? In the game for the commercial. They're gonna have billboards all over. It's like Call of Duty too. Call of Duty goes all out with marketing.
Yeah,
they spend tons of money on marketing because they get celebrity cameos in their commercials. That's
probably more than the game. Probably cost more than the development of the game, most likely. So I don't know, man. But like I said, they could put ads in my shit. Just I don't want to see it, or put it in the bottom corner of my screen or some shit like that, right? I have a smart TV. I press the button. I see a little tiny ad every now and then in the bottom left corner, right? But I don't mind it because it's not like it's not harming me in some way. You know what I mean? But it's not like YouTube ads where you fucking can't even watch the damn video. You gotta wait for 5 seconds to skip it. All that bullshit. Like nah. As long as it's not that.
See that's where I think like because it's
intrusive.
The way it starts is implemented well in the right way, and then of course the more money starts rolling in, the more intrusive.
Yep, someone's gonna find a way to fucking make it ass.
Because like I didn't think the ads in Street Fighter 5 were. I didn't think the ads in Street Fighter 5 were bad at all.
Nah,
I think everyone was flipping out about them initially because of what they thought it was gonna be, and when they actually rolled out, I was like, this is actually kind of cool, right? Like it promotes.
Because the game's loading anyway.
Stuff like that. Yeah, and the game was loading
you're not
anyway.
Doing anything.
Their spots
it's not stopping you from doing anything.
Their spots were chosen very, very well, right? But I don't have faith that someone like EA would be able to do something like that.
Yeah, me neither.
The funniest thing that I saw, and I know it's just a meme, but it will absolutely happen, where it was like a scene from God of War, the new God of War, where Atreus they opened the door and it's Baldur and he started fighting and then it said Whopper.
Oh nah.
That shit had me dying.
Yeah,
it was just like
they start doing that. I'm done. I'm finding a new hobby. I'm good.
I wouldn't hold it against EA to do something that intrusive.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't know what the right answer is because, but they're obviously trying to find solutions for this. Yeah, I don't know. But if it interrupts gameplay, that's a no bueno for me. Like, as long as it's somewhere around of the way, or in menus or something. That's fine. But if it's anything competitive, anything like that, then absolutely not. Or it's like a dramatic boss fight, or if it's a dramatic scene and then like an ad just
yeah.
I don't know about that one. But
lining up a sniper shot, and you see the 5-second countdown before an ad rolls.
You know how
boy,
that would be?
That means you're gonna have to make sure you watch 5 ads before you start a game so that they don't interrupt your gameplay.
That sounds. I'm sorry. That sounds like an awful experience.
Yep.
Imagine someone speedrunning the game and then they're about to hit world record.
Yeah, it's like mobile games, right? Mobile games, you gotta watch some ads so that you can play uninterrupted or some bullshit, or watch an ad to get this currency or some bullshit like that. Yeah, whatever.
No, you paid the $60 or $70 or $100 depending on the game already, right?
That's the one thing too. It's like, because everyone thinks, oh, you put ads into the game, then that should make games cheaper. And it's like, yes, theoretically it should.
You would think so.
But that's not where the money is going. The money is not going to benefit the player.
Not even that. These corporations are going to be greedy regardless.
Exactly.
They're not going to give you, they're not going to benefit you. Their decisions are not going to benefit us at all. Like, we thought that games being, digital games selling more would mean, but they're going to, the prices of games are not going to either go up or they're going to drop. Hell no, they're not going to drop. The fuck? They found an easier way to make more money without dropping the cost. Shit, what did we get? We got an extra $10. We went from 60 to 70 instead.
Yep.
So whatever. Look, I foresee $80 games in the next few years. So whatever. Just saying, man.
$100.
People are already paying $80 to $100. Deluxe editions, anything that they're pre-ordering early access, $80. Like, everyone was mad at Ubisoft for the Star Wars thing, but that's typical pricing for pre-orders now. Like, I don't know what people were saying. It's pre-orders plus expansion.
What did they just show?
One.
Assassin's Creed, the same layout, same shit. And everybody's like, yo, man, I hate modern gaming. I'm like, well, it's been like this, and it's slowly been getting worse, so.
Yep.
It's
the same perpetrators. It's EA, Ubisoft. It's the same big publishers. Going to be active.
Yeah, like, have y'all been paying attention this whole time? Like,
no one's innocent. At some point, everyone's going to try something.
Yeah, of course. Because, I mean, who was the first one to make the $70 game? It was EA, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it a 2K or something like that? Probably. I think it was a 2K or something that was like $70. And everything followed suit after that. There were still games at the time that were like $60, and everything just followed suit within that next couple of years. So, hey man, look. If EA adds ads to their shit, right? And they're the first ones to do it, and it fucking sucks, but they make more money, you best believe everyone else is gonna be looking at that and do the same thing. So, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. So I don't know, man.
I mean, if EA is smart, which is like, that's best wishing.
They are smart. They're smart to their benefit, so they can make more money.
Well, here's what I'm saying is, if they're really smart about this, they could probably get away with it and be in the benefit. But they would have to be really smart about it, especially since they have a lot of sports titles. There's a lot of shit you could get away with those kind of titles. But are they gonna do it that way? I highly doubt it. But
I'll be real with you, man. They'll get away with it anyway, regardless of what they do. What, are we gonna stop playing video games? I don't think so.
I don't play EA games except for Mass Effect.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, but there's gonna come a point where if EA does it and they succeed, everyone's going to do it. The problem is this isn't an EA exclusive thing. Everyone would do this if it works. Nope. Yeah, like literally. Absolutely. So, what are we just gonna stop playing games if that's the standard? I don't know. I doubt it. It would take a while for people to like fall off, but I don't know.
Definitely not all
I don't think people would quit. Yeah.
No, not all at once. It'd have to be something like really huge to like warrant something that big, but it's not gonna happen overnight.
I'm just being devil's advocate, because let's say it does happen. What are we gonna do? It sucks. What the fuck are we gonna do? We're gonna ride in the streets? Yeah, I mean, which is what we should be doing anyway. But hey.
Yeah, it's true.
If they were smart, they'd realize that you don't have to have $100 million fucking budgets for these damn games. But they gotta measure dicks and fucking sell consoles and shit. So let's make our game look better than theirs. Even though, in my opinion, Sony right now is in a situation where they have no competition except Nintendo, right? But that Nintendo's in a whole different game. So it's like, what the fuck do we even need these big, high budget AAA games anymore for? What do we need this for? That's why everyone keeps saying like Stellar Blade is such a dope game, because it doesn't even. Yeah, the graphics are great, right? It looks amazing. Don't get me wrong. You could tell the budget was. I don't want to say the budget was high, but you could tell it wasn't cheap to make. But I don't know, like something about the game just does it. It feels like a relic, if you get what I mean. Like, it doesn't feel like they spent too much money on one particular part of the game. I don't know. It just seems like a game where they focus on the gameplay first, and everything else they just added like after the fact. They just kid about that after the fact. Like, why can't we just focus on that in every other game instead of focusing on the graphics first? Focus on the game, and if the game looks good, then whatever. If the game's fun, people are gonna play it. People are gonna talk about it. Like, Helldivers wasn't the most graphically intense game ever, but everyone loved it, right? So, Baldur's Gate, personally, to me, Baldur's Gate 3 was nowhere near the best looking game graphically. And look at that game. So, beat out Alan Wake, which looked better. Beat out Spider-Man 2, which arguably looked better, right? What else was? I don't even remember what else was in the category. But your game doesn't have to look like a goddamn movie to be successful.
Mario Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, there we go. Look at the Mario Wonder and Tears of the Kingdom were two Nintendo games with, obviously it's on a Switch, so the graphics are lacking, but they're up there in that discussion, and nobody cared about the graphics. So the fact that no one's learning this lesson is crazy to me. We keep pushing. We want to push technology. That's fine. I get that. But at the end of the day, I feel like there's going to be like a point of, I don't want to say a point of no return. There's going to be a point of diminishing returns, right? We're already there. A lot of games, I think we were there last generation, where a lot of these games, it's only so much better you can make a game look, in my opinion. I thought Uncharted 4 was peak, right? And I still, right now, to this day, have not seen a game that looks better than that. Uncharted 4 to me was just like, wow, that game looked crazy to me. And I think that was peak. Obviously, you can get more realistic, but who the fuck? I don't want no uncanny. Whatever. To each his own. Some people really do want that hyper realism movie like graphic style, but I'm like, a lot of my favorite games don't even look realistic. Hi-Fi Rush, rest in peace. Stellar Blade. Like, what am I even playing right now? Like, I'm playing games that Hades. Like, come on, man.
Right. So
V-Rising.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If I think about the games I'm playing right now, man, like, damn, a lot of these games aren't even. I wonder how much some of these games cost to make. Like V-Rising, Hades 2, right? Like,
well, it's also because those games are getting pumped out too, because they're not in development, not development hell, but they're not in development for an extended period of time. Like, that's the problem with these games too. You have games that just take so long to come out, and as a result, it's just that's what takes up all the cost too. If a game's not selling.
Yeah, I remember like a game used to be out in like a year or two, like back in the, it used to be in development like for like 2 years or something.
People would argue this, right?
Now it's 6.
Yeah. I don't think Elden Ring doesn't even look that good graphically. It's the stylization of the game is what makes it look good.
Yes.
Right? So
I still think it's
not even
probably
about
one of the better looking Souls games though. Like,
hell yeah,
again, those games are always
they never looked similar. They weren't that graphically impressive. It's like the style of the game is what exactly. Yeah. That's like great example right now. Marvel Rivals to me isn't the most graphically intense game. It's Unreal 5, right? But it's not the most graphically intense game. But that art style is phenomenal. Like, I think, and I was an Overwatch lover, right? I like that Pixar-esque looking art style, but this shit clears that, in my opinion. Obviously, it's an opinion. Like, art style is subjective. Art is subjective in itself. But I think that Marvel Rivals art style is peak. So I don't know. We don't need to.
So yeah,
my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we'll see what EA and the rest of the companies will do. We'll find out. We'll find out real soon.
I don't want no damn ads, bro.
Yeah.
Well, rest assured that if they are successful with running ads, as mentioned, count on all of the publishers to aggressively,
especially Ubisoft and Activision,
moving towards it. And